Good morning, dear student. I am Kunal Kiran from the Millennium School, Lucknow. Dear student, we have been learning accounting equation, and in this process, today I'm going to take one more example to solve accounting equation question. So, this is an illustration and having 10 transactions. So all business transaction, the question asks you to present in the form of accounting equation and prepare balance sheet. So the process is you have to make a format with serial number, transaction, and one bigger column with the assets equal liabilities plus capital. The process to prepare accounting equation is you will read each transaction and also analyze each transaction in terms of assets and liabilities. Keep writing those assets and liabilities involved in this first column. After reading out all the transaction and after analyzing all the name of the assets and liabilities, you will start making an equation, right? So for the sake, I again repeat the process. Suppose first transaction is given, commence business with cash rupees 50,000. So this transaction includes two things, that is cash and capital. So you will write cash here and extreme right you will write capital. Next transaction, purchase goods for cash 20,000 and credit rupees 30,000. Now purchase goods means stock is not written, so you will write stock here. Then it is for cash 20,000 means cash is decreasing, so cash is already written. On credit means you haven't paid, so creditor is involved, so liability side you will mention creditor, right? Now next transaction, sold goods for cash 40,000 costing rupees 30,000. So stock is involved, which is already written, and it is for cash is also written. Now there is a difference between selling price and cost, and that difference is a profit. So profit, the rule is profit or loss will be adjusted from capital, so profit should be added to the capital is already written, this. Now next transaction, rent paid, salaries paid. So rent paid or salaries paid, both are expenses, and cash and expenses are involved. Cash we have already written and expenses should be adjusted from capital, that should be all the expenses should be deducted from the capital, so capital is also already written. Now next is rent outstanding and salary outstanding. Two accounts are rent outstanding, two accounts are involved, rent as an expense and rent outstanding is a liability. So a new liability you will write outstanding expenses, rent will be adjusted from capital. The same way salary outstanding for outstanding expenses we have already written and salary will be deducted from capital. Next transaction, sixth number, bought furniture for 5,000 on credit. So furniture is purchased on credit means furniture is involved and creditor is involved. Furniture you will write it is not yet written, creditor already written, you will put that amount with the creditor. Now next, bought refrigerator for personal use. So buying refrigerator for personal use, two accounts are involved, cash and drawings, because that refrigerator is not for the business purpose, it is for the personal purpose. And personal purpose, if you are purchasing anything for the personal purpose, they are treated as drawings. So cash is already written and drawing will be adjusted from capital, and capital is already mentioned. So next transaction, purchase computer for cash. So computer is coming into the business. Computer is a new asset. You will write it computer, and cash is already mentioned. Now next is cash withdrawn for personal use. This is again drawing of cash. Drawing will be adjusted from capital, and cash is already mentioned. And the last one is interest on drawing and interest on capital. So interest on drawing, we have discussed interest on drawing is a income. So capital, it will be added to the capital, and the same time it is also involved drawings. So drawing will be deducted from the capital. So same amount will be added and same amount will be deducted. The same way, interest on capital is an expense for the business, so it will be deducted from the capital. And the same time, interest on capital will be increasing by that amount of interest, so it will be added. So same amount 1000 will be deducted and the same amount will be added to the capital. So after doing this exercise, reading transaction and analyzing and recording the name of assets and liabilities are involved. After writing this, you start making equations. So first transaction, commence business with cash 50,000. So you will write cash 50,000 and capital 50,000. Rest of them 0. So plus 0, 0, 0, 0. Now next transaction is purchase goods for cash 20,000 and on credit 30,000. So purchase goods, stock is increasing, so you will write stock. Cash is decreasing because you have paid cash 20,000, so it will be 20,000 deducted from the cash, and creditor will be increased by 30,000. This one, right? So now new equation is cash. Now cash become 30,000. Stock is 50,000 and creditor is 30,000 and capital is 50,000. Rest is 0. Now next transaction is sold goods for cash 40,000 costing rupees 30,000. So stock is decreasing. So stock will be deducted, 30,000 deducted, and we are receiving cash of 40,000. It will be added to the cash, and the same time we are having a profit of 10,000 that will be added to the capital, right? So new equation is after adding 40,000, now cash balance becomes 70,000. Cash becomes 70,000 and stock after deduction of 30,000 it becomes 20,000, and creditor is 30,000, capital is 60,000 after adding 10,000. Now rent paid, deducted from the cash 500 and deducted from the capital as an expense 500. Salary paid, again cash will be decreased by 5,000 and capital will also be increased as an expense. So new equation is now cash becomes 64,500. So cash become 64,500. Stock is 20,000. Furniture 0. Computer 0. Creditors 30,000. Outstanding expenses 0. And capital become 54,500. If you add both the amounts, so you get to know that asset side is equal to the liability plus capital side. Now next item is rent outstanding and salary outstanding. Rent outstanding and salary outstanding. So outstanding will be added to the outstanding, that is 100 and 1,000, and as an expense it will be deducted from the capital, minus 100 and minus 1,000, right? Now new equation is cash is 64,500, stock is 20,000, furniture 0, computer 0, creditors 30,000, outstanding expenses 1,100, and capital account is become 53,400. Now next transaction, bought furniture for 5,000 on credit. So furniture we will add 5,000 and creditor, because it is purchased on credit, we haven't paid yet, so creditor will be increased by 5,000. Now new equation is 64,500 cash, stock 20,000, furniture 5,000, computer 0, creditors 35,000, outstanding expenses 1100, and capital become 53,400. Now new transaction is bought refrigerator for personal use. So you are purchasing refrigerator for personal use, means cash is decreased by 5,000, and drawing will be deducted from the capital, so it should be deducted here, minus 5,000. Now new equation is cash 59,000, stock 20,000, furniture 5,000, computer 0, creditors 35,000, outstanding expenses 1100, and capital become 48,400. Now next transaction, the next transaction is purchase computer for cash 20,000. So cash is decreased by 20,000 and computer will be increased by 20,000. Now new equation is, now cash become 39,500, stock remain 20,000, furniture remain 5,000. Now computer is 20,000, creditors 35,000, outstanding expenses 1100, and capital 48,400. Now next transaction is cash withdrawn for personal use. Now cash is decreased by 10,000, it will be decreased, and the same time this is drawings, it will be deducted from the capital, so this is capital. Now new equation is, now cash is become 29,500, stock is 20,000, furniture 5,000, computer 20,000, creditors 35,000, outstanding expenses is 1100, and capital become 38,400. So if you add both the side, you will get to know that both the side is equal. Now next, interest on drawing, it's an income, so it should be added to the capital, and the same time it is also belong to drawings, so drawing will be deducted from the capital. 500 added and 500 added and 500 deducted. Same interest on capital, it's a loss for the business, so it should be deducted, 1,000 deducted, and the same time it will increase the capital, so it will be added. Now the final equation is 29,000 cash, stock is 20,000, furniture 5,000, computer 20,000, creditors 35,000, outstanding expenses 1100, and capital is 38,400. They have asked you to prepare balance sheet, so you will make a balance sheet format. Left hand side liabilities, then amount, assets, then amount. You will write all the names of the assets on the asset side. Cash in hand 29,500, stock 20,000, furniture 5,000, you will write it here, computer 20,000, you will write it here. Now if you total it, it becomes 74,500. Now on the liability side, you will write down the creditors 35,000, outstanding expenses 1100, and capital 38,400. The total is 74,500. So that's all about this question.